Life was really hard. My parents were on drugs and alcohol. They got a divorce. And things got hard for me. I was kind of rebelling because of the things that were going on there. And I went to live with my mom. But how many of y'all know sometimes a mom can't control a boy without a father in the house? She would try to whoop me with fly swatters and everything else. I got to the point where I'd snatch it out of her hand and whoop her. And I'm not proud of that, but I was a little rough one. I'd be robbing neighbors' houses and they'd try to stop me and I'd throw rocks at them and laugh at them, and the police would come and I'd run. And I'd organize the kids in the neighborhood to do robberies. Because some stuff was so heavy I couldn't carry it alone, so I had to get a team. And I went to the furniture factory to do that. And these guys come out and catch us, and we all take off running. And they go, freeze! And every one of them guys stopped. I said, what's wrong with y'all? Let's go! I knew I had to save them, because if they got caught, they were going to tell on me. And I just had too much sense. And I was just trying to do all these things the wrong way. So my mom threw her hands up, and she said, I can't do it no more. The cops was at the house every other week. And I'm 5 or 6, 7, 8, like, they don't really know what to do with me. Like, I'm just trying to do all this nonsense. But I think I was just hurting. And I was bored. And I didn't have a dad. There was no enforcer in the house, so I knew the cops wasn't going to do nothing much. And I kind of figured out that there wasn't much repercussions to my actions. So then I started just running rampant. And then I started getting other people to do it with me. But then God moved me down to my dad's house. Woo! You know? There was consequences and repercussions. So I started, how many of y'all know that when you love your child, you'll discipline them? Amen? My father began to discipline me. And it began to bring me back into, I just started trying to get slicker. And I was less brazen. But it didn't straighten me up all the way. It just straightened me up from getting caught all the time. I lost that desire to not get caught. But something interesting happened one day. I was out riding my bike, and I was on a dead-end road. How many of y'all know that's prophetic? I lived at one end of the dead-end road, and the church was at the other end. And my life was on the way for a dead end. I was trying to figure out every way I could to get in trouble. I'm not kidding y'all. I could go on. It would have gotten much worse than that. And but I don't want to talk about the bad. I want to talk about what God did. And I was a hurting little boy, and I just didn't know how to express everything. And it hurt when I had to go live with my dad because I didn't have a mom. And how many of y'all know I needed a dad when I was at my mom's house, but I needed a mom when I was at my dad's house? You know, it was one of them things, because now my dad, he was whooping that butt, but I didn't have a mom there to console me, you know? And the church, though, eventually, and my dad, it started going overboard because he had drug and alcohol problems. So, like, when he was drunk, things would go overboard, and things happened that shouldn't have happened. And my life was so rough, it's just hard to describe it. But I didn't even know it was rough because it was the only life I knew. But the church, I was down there one day riding my bike, and a little kid came outside and played with me. He went back inside. I remember it like yesterday. And when he went back inside, his mom said, go out there and ask that little boy if he wants to come to church. Because I seen her stop and talk to him. He came back out and he said, hey, you want to come to church? I looked at him and I said, I don't know if I'm allowed. How many of y'all know I didn't even know what church meant? Wow. I was that kid. I didn't even know who Jesus was. I didn't even know what church was. So I run home to my dad. I said, hey, Dad, this little boy just asked me if I could come to church.